Hey, what's going on, everypony? Or everybody for that matter? I'm Pinkie Pie here.
And I'm Diddy Kong here. We are back for the Maxi Toys.
And today, welcome back to more Let's Play of Mario Party Star Rush for the Nintendo 3DS/2DS.
So last time we actually did tackle through level 0-3 in Toad Scramble mode. And now we're going to continue on and move on into the actual worlds themselves starting from level 1-1, the very first level, not counting the tutorial level in the game. So here we go with the first boss battle we have is just Mega Bluebird. So, as you can see right here, we actually have ourselves a different character we can actually use. As you can see here, on the top part of the character, that obviously represents the amiibo functionality comes into play. So, basically, every time when you're actually trying to use the amiibo function, specifically onto Toad Scramble, this allows you to actually access to this will actually immediately access to you the freebie item, and in addition to that as well. So it consists of two things. One, you can actually just either use your advantages for you know, trying to actually qualify for actually use your character ability to actually just trying to actually catch up to the other opponents to actually use allies from. And secondly, that you can actually use one of their, you know, you can get your freebie items, like for instance, we actually scanned in a Diddy Kong amiibo, specifically the Super Mario lineup. That way you can actually able to actually have yourselves the amiibo partner, or even you actually get yourselves an amiibo partner with you. And a good thing too, because even then when you actually use your amiibos to begin with, this allows you to actually keep your ally forever. So, luckily though, for the computer opponents, they do not get the allies like these. So, pretty handy though when it comes to that situation. So, yeah, this is found as kind of handy for that kind of stuff. So, yeah, let's go ahead and just grab ourselves Princess Peach here. And however though, that we're gonna have to like catch up for a moment. So, yeah, let's go ahead and select Princess Peach for this next part. So, even though sometimes we're gonna have to go ahead and just, you know, switch between allies every once in a while. But apart from those sides of things, though, however, that we should able to be qualified just as that. So, even though we already seen this boss battle before, so there's no need to explain for this again. But even then, though, that I'm pretty sure that we can actually just manage to qualify just to get this time. So, here we go. Mega Blooper, here we go. Yup, time to get some rhythm based.
So, but first, we're just gonna have to mash our A buttons as best as we can. Oh, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Whew. Thank goodness we made it just in time.
Yeah, I know that, right, Pinky? But anyway, though, so
I'm pretty sure Yoshi got the first point here, so... But even then, though, I'm pretty sure we can get this, though.
Another thing's kind of a noticeable thing is the fact that you can actually see that there's actually sparkle effects on their specific amiibo character. Like, I'm pretty sure it's mainly uses for well, obviously it's special effective or something like that. I don't know if it's possible that it actually improved on the AI for a moment, but it's just for the main purpose of how you can actually just set up your amiibo to actually just, you know, scan into those stuff. Speaking of amiibo functionality, Mario Party Star Rush, unlike Mario Party 10,
this game does have a lot of usage on amiibo functions, because as you can probably tell that the amiibo function for this particular Toad Scramble mode, as you can tell, basically what happens was though is that you can actually have the ability or have an option to use one of the specific characters at the start of the board. And also that judging by a book by its cover, that, you know, also you can get yourself a freebie item as well. Yeah, it's pretty handy though, even especially you actually get yourself a double dice block from the get-go, so yeah, pretty cool. But usually it's more likely just a usage for that item from just some of your advantages for your catching up with some of the if you want to get some allies really badly, then you probably should able to use that especially, so even especially coins and etc. So yeah, things start to get a little bit faster right now, so even then though we can actually get this just in time. Cool.
Come on, let's see if we can get a finisher bonus!
Nice one, Diddy Kong. Nice one. Believe in yourself.
Yeah, because even though I was clearly showing off for that part, so yeah, that's how it usually goes there, so yeah, we managed to successful this yet again.
But yeah, there's our first star in level 1-1, so yeah, you know how the World 0 is basically a tutorial world of the game, But basically, World 1, from ranging from level 1-1, level 1-2, and level 1-3, it takes place in a sunny beach level. So it's basically kind of like a different first board theme level. But even then though, that since after all, that in the previous NDQ Mario Party titles, oh, we have a new boss battle to deal with. That is Megadroid Bones. Jeez, we haven't seen him since Mario Party 9 in the actual boss battle on that particular game. But basically, on that back then in Mario Party 9, in order to actually deal the damage of him, is basically use cards. Depends on them if you're actually just trying to actually keep an eye out the the shapes on the platforms. But however, this time around though, I'm pretty sure it might actually act out quite differently this time. So even then though, we'll get to that in a moment. So anyway though, so let's go ahead and continue on this way. And I'm hoping that we can gather, that we can actually get ourselves the ally, or even a coin balloon as a result. In fact, let's just see on the map real quickly. So we have ourselves Daisy, Wario, Luigi, Toadette, and that was about it. So yeah, that's all that usually goes. But again, you can only carry like 4 allies at a time, because if you, there's no option that you can actually, you gotta be kidding me. Hi. I always hate to gain the lower numbers like this. Let's just go ahead and go down there, just for the coins and freebies and stuff. But even then though, we get ourselves some more coins than the minigame themselves, so at least expecting that we can actually get ourselves another sort of allies and stuff like that. Even especially noticeable in these little obstacles you can actually use from. So yeah, as far as victory positions and stuff, oh yeah, first things first though, we have Lava Wobbliv. So basically the entire portion of this minigame is to actually, just to get the biggest treasure, whoever gets the biggest treasure wins. So, treasure ahoy! Get to the biggest treasure chest first. Oh, it seems very standard. But however, here's the catch, is that you have to dodge a lot of these little lava creatures, just like how it does it from Super Mario Galaxy 2 and what have you. So, basically, you'd probably be familiar with these creatures at this point in time. So even then though, if you accidentally get touched by one of these creatures, you probably ended up, oh, no, haha! We managed to get it before you, Yoshi. I must have said this much. But anyway though, so I'm pretty sure Green Toad got that one, and Wario gets this last treasure chest, even for the bronze chest. So, yay, we managed to get ourselves a victory here. And then if you actually accidentally just grab yourselves the, the bone fin type of skeleton bones, you instantly lose. So you just have to keep an eye out the map very carefully. Sometimes though, it's depends on if you actually revisit to this minigame. Sometimes it goes like randomly placed from these peculiar map locations. But then again, that's mainly due to the fact that if every time when you actually revisit this mode, then you should probably recognize that at this point. So, yeah, as you can see there, that that way you can actually just manage to, bypass the since we actually use Peach for the entire point, that way we can actually just bloom those flowers up, so that way we can get coins. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that these opponents doesn't make our way to the boss space yet. But even then though, let's go ahead and use Daisy. Because even then though, Daisy is quite cool like that. In fact, I would like to apologize to her after all that how Tiana's overreacting on the Mario Party DS Let's Play. Specifically on DK's stone statue most likely. But even then though, that's mainly due to the fact that she wants to instantly win these types of stuff. But anyways though, so let's go ahead and grab some of our creepy coins and stuff. And I'm pretty sure the rest of these opponents did make their way to the boss battle space immediately. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what I was going to be thinking of at the moment. So in fact, all these opponents now got 5 coins each. So I'm pretty sure where the last one's going to be there. So yeah, we'll just have to like mash the A button. So anyway though, new boss battle minigame known as Megadroid Bones is few more fever. Ground pound to launch cannonballs and press A to jump, and then while you're mid-air or mid-jump, you can just use that as a ground pound. So yeah, that's basically how the entire premise of this minigame works. So
However, the differences here is that you don't have to deal with the card mechanics this time, because instead, you have to use the ground pound. That's all you can do. So far, we're slowly going to progress for this particular board, but even then, we'll eventually try to catch up. So, in fact, we actually got to catch up. So yeah, you have to dodge the bones most likely, but thanks to the ally system, that it makes it a lot more easier just to actually attack this boss, even for Megadroid Bones like this. However, there's one annoying part about this boss battle minigame is the fact that I've constantly found myself losing this minigame most of the time, because there's just one peculiar thing about this minigame is the fact that sometimes that these computer opponents can get really lucky with the final attack bonus. Like, for instance, if the opponents themselves almost catch up to their lead. Granted, we still managed to win though. But a lot of times though, I found myself just actually getting loosed by these opponents, especially the final attack bonus. You know how back in when Sonic and Piccolo managed to did Mario Party 10, they managed to got lost by just 1 point from that peculiar final attack, or the last hit, I should say. And it's a good thing that we almost neared to this point here, because we ended up in this last boss here, so... But unfortunately though, this is the Mega Monty Mall, so even then, we saw this boss fight before, since, the previous, worlds ago, specifically level 0-2, and all that stuff, so... And now we have ourselves the last hooray. So every time when it's basically more likely almost there for Mario Party 9 and Mario Party 10, and even the results department from the island tour most likely. That way it'll actually just to give you some specific reward after when you're going in last place position. So for instance, that green toad actually now obtains Luigi. So yeah, it's pretty obvious at this point. So I think we just have to place that coinado over there. So even then, that will get us some advantages, although it won't be necessarily easy to actually let these opponents just to land on these, because it depends on dice rolls most likely, and also some of the, most likely strategy based for that as well. And as a result from this kinds of stuff, that way, it just meant that, I can't know exactly describe, because basically, just like Sonic Shuffle, that way you can actually instantly just manage to realize you can actually use some of the, what methods of ways you want to go to. So, that's basically how this goes. Oh, speaking of Sonic Shuffle, just like Sonic Shuffle, you know these little pressure stones, spaces back in Sonic Shuffle, that you have to specifically land on them? This game is more likely similar to how it does it from Sonic Shuffle when it comes to actually landing on the specific spaces. Like, for instance, the, landing on the pressure stone space. And then every time when you're actually trying to purposely land on that, if you actually get lucky by these, kinds of movements. Although, granted though, I did manage to actually find that skillful, because usually speaking of such though, I found it really easy to actually get to the pressure stone space, unlike the boss battle spaces in this game, because judging by the fact that how the dice rolls usually act out. But even then, that's not too much of a noticeable hassle or something like that, so... Looks like the other opponents are slowly progressing through it. In fact, I'm pretty sure the other team is gonna get screwed over by that, Okay, so let's see where is the true Monty Mall. Let's not get explode. And hopefully we should be good to go here. So yeah, there's not much else we can say about this video, honestly, because obviously there's not much else to say about this game, honestly, because even though we'll explain more on these other modes as soon as we actually progress in these to the Let's Play. So, here we go, last hit. I'm pretty sure Toadette got to the last hit, but even then though, we got whopping 116 points. That's quite a lot. But anyway though, so that's pretty much it for level 1-1, so even then it's a pretty simple level to deal with. In fact, there's one noticeable thing though, however, is the fact that, obviously this game does have a returning bonus, syndrome, just like how it does in Mario Party 10. However, unlike Mario Party 10 though, it only contains only 2 specific, categories of bonus stars. However, this time around though, it's actually been replaced by bonus coins. Because no longer going to be like bonus stars and stuff like that, well, until when it gets to Bloom Bash though anyway. But here's the bonus coins, so... This can be ranged from either the champion bonus or lone bonus, which this means that he actually has whoever gets the whoever has the most time without the allies. In this case, whoever gets this green toad.
in this case, green toad, if you might as well will be. And slow program bonuses, that means is that the player who moves the furthest spaces and that stuff, and I'm pretty sure who might have got that.
It's usually green toad, most likely, so...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure these other opponents don't seem to catch up and stuff, so dual bonus. So I'm pretty sure that yellow got this. So yep, yellow got that bonus because usually they got Waddle to begin with. And finally, there's actually a lucky ally bonus, which this means that allows you to actually realize that it all depends on the ally system. And even then though, our lucky ally is Princess Peach. So yeah, it's kind of handy.
So yeah, if you probably can tell already that in order to actually get even more stars is that you get like 10 coins. If you actually own 10 coins, you get 1 star. So, and vice versa though, really. So, that's kind of handy though when it comes to that situation. So, obviously we already dominated for this board basically. So, it's only when it gets to the later boards in the game, things starts to get a little bit too much of its own, has its own different gimmicks. So, basically we won. And there's one thing you'll probably notice by now is the fact that if you click it on here,
Star Rush. This means is that if you actually collect certain amount of stars, if you probably can tell already from the main menu of the selected boards and stuff, this is the actual tradition of how these little star medals comes into play. Well, we'll explain more on that particular discussion until when we actually just about to jump in towards it. But for now on, we're just going to end things off here, so there's not much else to talk about. But anyway, so join us next time on Let's Play Mario Party Star Rush. It's about that we're moving on into level 1-2 next. So, yeah, that'll be pretty interesting. So see you guys next time. Later, fellas.
yeah, see you guys then.